take a few moments, close your eyes, scan your body as always, trying to keep the body relaxed, making any adjustments, shaking out the shoulders, maybe arms, adjusting the feet, the legs, releasing any tension. And then bring the attention to the posture. Back straight as much as possible. Back, neck, head in a straight line. And then become aware of the breath. See how it feels. Rhythmic. Is it brisk? Is it shallow? Just noticing and then seeing if you want to improve it, change it. Maybe slow it down. Make it deeper, longer. Trying to use the breath to turn our awareness inside, attention inside. Be fully present in the body, but also in the mind. Trying to minimize any thoughts, any distractions for the next 25-30 minutes. And then let's go ahead and chant 3 Om. So with your eyes closed, join your hands at your heart center. Take your time, inhale. And then open your eyes. Hello, Prachi. So plan for today is we will do some loosening practices in the seated position. Then we'll start with a Kapalbhati pranayam, active breathing practice, active exhalations. Do a couple of rounds. Then we'll lie down on the mat, do some additional stretches in the supine, lying down on the back, and then do a few postures, one forward bend, one back bend, lying down on the mat. So let's begin with some loosening practices. First practice, let's do some waist rotation. So hands, palms on your knees or thighs, and then just making circles with your waist, with your hips. Start in whichever direction you prefer, a few rounds, and then we'll switch, change direction. And then let's change the direction, go the other way, making circles. One more. And then release and relax. Do some shoulder rolls, rolling the shoulders front to back, back to front. Couple more. One more in each direction. And then release and relax. All right. Couple of rounds of Kapalbhati pranayam. So again, it's been some time. So quick reminder, be careful if you have any back pain, stomach cramps, blood pressure, any of those conditions, pressure in the eyes, proceed with caution, go slow. If you don't feel great, you can stop the practice at any time and then go at your own pace. So we'll do a shorter first round, maybe 8 to 10 breaths, and then try to go a little bit longer in the next round. So for this practice, make fists with both your palms, hands close to your stomach, knuckles touching each other. And then just again as a quick refresher, passive inhale and active exhale. So the inhale almost happens on its own without putting any effort. The effort is on the exhale, pulling in the stomach on the exhale. Close your eyes, take a minute to just think about what you're trying to do, visualize the practice, maybe make it a little bit easier when you actually do the practice. And then when you're ready at your own pace, let's begin. Couple more strokes if you're still going. Let's stop this round. Release your hands, keep your eyes closed. Observe, see how you feel. Open your eyes. One more round if you're up to it. Try to go a little bit longer, maybe 40, 50 strokes or whatever works for you at your own pace. Close your eyes again. Fists, hands close to your stomach, knuckles touching each other. When you're ready, go ahead and begin. How about you? Keep going at your own pace. Let you finish a few more breaths, a few more strokes if you want. Still have some lingering congestion, so it's a little difficult for me. Go ahead and finish. And then release your hands. Keep your eyes closed when you're done. Observe. Notice your breath. Bellows breathing or Kapalbhati can be an energizing practice. And then open your eyes. All right, let's lie down on the mat, do a few more stretches, and then we'll do a few postures, supine. Feet together, hands by your side. We'll do some back stretches, massaging the back, some forward, backward rolls, and then side to side. So fold your knees, hug your ankles, hands around your ankles if you can, or you can extend the knees slightly and then hands below your thighs on your hamstrings, whatever works for you. We'll do some rocks front to back. Be careful, don't jerk your back when you do this. When you're ready, let's begin. Come up and then go down. So just rocking front to back, massaging the back. Come up as much as you can, do what you can. Again, be careful, especially when you go down. Don't jerk your back. One more, if you can. And then release and relax, lie down. Quick break. We'll rock side to side next. Again, fold your knees, hands around your ankles if you can, or supporting your thighs and your hamstrings, and then turn side to side. Take your time, don't rush. Feeling the stretch in the back. One more each side if you're up to it. And then back to the center. Release and relax. Stretch your legs, hands by your side. Quick break. We'll do one more loosening practice. We'll do wind release posture, Pavana Muktasan Kriya. Bring your feet together when you're ready. And now just fold the right leg, either hands around your right ankle or hands below your right thigh, supporting your right hamstring. And then you can keep your head, your back on the mat, or you can try to raise your head and bring your chin close to your right knee if you can. And then take the left leg off the mat, keeping the left knee straight, and make circles in the air with the left leg. Starting clockwise or anti-clockwise, whichever you prefer. If keeping the left knee straight is too much, you can bend it slightly. Chin doesn't have to be close to the knee. You can rest your head back on the mat. Just keep making circles with the left leg, then switch direction, reverse. Two more possible. Release and relax. Straighten the left leg, release the right leg. Quick break before we do the same thing on the other side. Bring your feet together. Now fold the left knee. Hands wrapped around the left ankle or below the left thigh, supporting the left hamstring. Back, head can be on the mat or bring your chin close to your left knee. And then take your right leg off the mat and make circles in the air with the right leg, trying to keep the right knee as straight as you can. Start clockwise or anti-clockwise, whichever direction you prefer. Two more and then we'll switch. I'll go the other way. One more. And then release and relax. Quick break. And then the last loosening practice, we'll do some bridge pose stretches to prepare the body for the bridge pose, the posture. So now bring your feet together and then land your feet on the mat. So fold your knees, soles of the feet on the mat, feet about hip width apart, hands by your side, palms facing down. And then as you inhale, raise your torso, your stomach off the mat, your hips off the mat. Exhale, bring them down. A few more rounds as a loosening practice. Tighten your core when you go up. Pull in your belly button, keep everything tight. Tighten your glutes, tighten your quads, your thigh muscles. Let's do two more. One last time. And then back to the mat, straighten your legs, quick break. Do the postures next. We'll do the boat pose, forward bend, balancing on our butt. Body in a V, two versions. We'll do the half first and then the full. And then we'll do the bridge pose as a back bend complementary pose. All right. Feet together again, hands by your side. Let's do the half pose first. So just take your legs off the mat. The middle upper part of the body stays on the mat. The head back is on the mat. Just the legs off the mat about 30 degrees. Knees straight. Or if it's too much, bend your knees slightly. Support your legs with hands on your hamstrings. Tighten your core and stay there and breathe as a half pose. And if you want to go further into the full pose, slowly take your head, your back off the mat, balancing yourself on your sit bone, your butt, like a boat in the final full pose, Navasan. You can have your hands point towards your feet, your toes. Tighten your core, tighten your quads, and breathe. Balancing, trying to keep the body stable. Take some core strength. Do what you can. Again, bending your knees slightly, supporting your legs with hands on your hamstrings might help. One more breath if you can. And then let's release as you exhale. Lower yourself back on the mat. Spread your feet, toes pointing outwards, hands by your side. Shavasana, quick break. Breathing is probably a little brisk, working on the core, working on the quads, big muscles of the body, drives the heart rate up. Give it a few more seconds to slow down. And then when you feel like your breath has recovered a little bit, bring your feet together. Next pose, bridge pose, Setu bandhasan, back bend. Bring your hands by your side, palms facing down, elbows next to your body. And bring the soles of your feet on the mat. Feet about hip width apart, knees are bent. And then as you inhale, raise your torso, your hips, stomach off the mat. Balancing like a bridge. Raise your torso as high up as you can. Again, tighten your core, tighten your quads, your glute. And breathe. Just try not to press on your palms, your elbows too much. See if you're able to take your hands, your elbows off the mat. See how that feels. So you really just have to use your core strength to balance, hold your body. Breathe. One more breath if you can. And then as you exhale, lower yourself back to the mat. Straighten both your legs. Quick break, Shavasana again. This time maybe close your eyes. Hands by your side, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Let your breath recover. Scan your body. Noticing maybe some lingering activation in the core, in the legs, the quads, the glutes. Just observe your breath and observe the movement of your abdomen, your stomach with the breath. Rising as you inhale, falling as you exhale. Try to relax. Continue to keep your eyes closed. Just observing the breath. Trying to relax the entire body. Noticing any tension, trying to breathe into the tension. Using the breath as a way to try to alleviate, ease the tension a little bit. And then let's slowly come back to a seated pose. Bring your feet together, hands by your side. Turn to the left side or the right side, whichever one you prefer. Stay there for a few breaths if you want. Become more aware of that side. And then taking the support of both your hands, come back into a seated pose. Get some water if you need to. And move on. Do some additional pranayam breathwork practices. Do a cooling pranayam again today. Different practice. Closer to the camera. So for this practice, we're going to rest the top row of the teeth on the bottom row gently, opening the mouth wide, and then inhale with the mouth open, close the mouth, and then exhale through the nose. So inhaling through the mouth open with the gap between the teeth creates that cooling sensation when the air enters through the gaps between the teeth. So try it. Shorter first round and then a longer second round. Close your eyes. Again, just visualize the practice. Top rows of the teeth on the bottom row, creating that small gap. Don't press them too hard, don't grind them. And then when you're ready at your own pace, begin the practice. I'll cue for the first few breaths. Inhale through the mouth, close the mouth, exhale through the nose. Inhale with the mouth open through the gaps between the teeth. Close the mouth, exhale through the nose. Continue at your own pace. Few more breaths. One more if you're still going to finish this round. Keep your eyes closed for a few moments. Observe. See if you notice any cooling sensation in your breathing passage. Maybe it feels good, maybe it doesn't. Just be aware of how it feels to you. And then let's do one more round if you're up to it, maybe a little bit longer, 8 to 10 breaths, or you can do any other breathing practice if you don't feel good with this practice. Otherwise, let's go ahead, breathing through the mouth, breathing in through the mouth, and then breathing out through the nose. Take your time, don't rush. One more if you're still going, and let's finish this round. Stop the practice, keep your eyes closed, take a few moments to observe. And then continue to keep your eyes closed. Let's practice. It's called Sahaj pranayam, or easy breath work, I suppose. Almost think of it as a meditative practice. So we'll just bring our awareness to different parts of our breathing passage, breathing system, and then ultimately the breath. Make any adjustments in your body, release any tension. We'll be seated for the next 5-6 minutes or so until we finish the class. So with your eyes closed, let's bring our awareness to our nostril, our right nostril first. Just becoming more aware of the right nostril, the outer edge of the right nostril. And then become more aware of the breath moving in and out through the right nostril. We are breathing through both the nostrils, but we try to become more aware of just the breath through the right nostril. Just noticing how that feels. Maybe noticing the subtle movement of the right nostril with the breath. Then switch. Bring the awareness to the left nostril, the outer edge of the left nostril. And then the breath through the left nostril, both the inhale and the exhale. Just becoming more aware of the breath. And then bring the awareness to the tip of the nose. The partition between the left and the right nostril, the thin cartilage that separates the right and the left nostril. Just becoming more aware. And then the breath moving through both the nostrils. Following the breath inwards through the breathing passage, through the windpipe. Just taking a few moments to just notice the breath moving in and out of the windpipe. Maybe still feel lingering cooling sensation from the cooling pranayam we did earlier. Then following it down into the lungs. Maybe noticing the lungs expand with the breath. Or just trying to visualize if you don't quite notice it. Expand with the inhale, contract with the exhale. And then trying to make the breath deeper if it isn't already. And then noticing the more air moving in all the way into the stomach, into the abdominal region. Again, noticing the movement of the belly with the breath, expanding on the inhale, contracting on the exhale. And then trying to bring it all together, become more aware of the entire breath as it enters through the nostrils, down the windpipe, lungs, diaphragm, and into the abdominal region. And then the reverse on the exhale. It's trying to bring the entire awareness on the breath. And then let's work towards closing the class. And bring your awareness back to your body, noticing the weight of the body on the mat, parts of the body making contact with the ground, with the mat. And then let's end the class chanting one Om. So with your eyes closed, join your hands at your heart center. Inhale. Open your palms in front of you and then open your eyes, blinking into your palms. Namaste. Thanks for joining.